First under the microscope is Ronnie, who steadily gained 6 stone and 6 dress sizes in 8 years.
I think last year I was a 26. I didn't want to admit it, but I think I was. I went over the threshold of from big girl to queen of the fatties. I would just like to feel more comfortable in myself. Being a 16 or 18 would be a dream.
Before surveillance began, we asked our couple to fill out food diaries for 5 days. And this is what Ronnie recorded. All of her meals, bar one Chinese takeaway for supper and a lunchtime BLT sandwich, were home cooked. She didn't go out to eat once.
We make all of our own food, it's all home cooked, and it's chilies and vegetable curries and stews.
She recorded some snacking in between meals, mainly on sunflower seeds, celery and fruit. And apart from a solitary gin and tonic, she was a saintly teetotaler. Ronnie's food diary claims that she's consuming an average of 1,780 calories a day, which means she's eating nearly 1,000 calories less than the 2,800 her body needs just to maintain her weight. So what will our surveillance turn up? OK, so let's just have a look at this. Ronnie eats well-balanced and nutritious meals, the biggest of the week being an 831-calorie salmon and potato supper, including 6 slices of salami and washed down with 1 small glass of red wine. But in between meals, over the week, we catch a glimpse of some behaviour that's cause for concern. Ronnie's told us that she thinks she eats healthily, but it appears that she's pushing things to the extreme with her health food munchathons. Over 5 days, she consumed 10 squares of antioxidant-rich dark chocolate, washed down with a pint of milk.
Oh, that's awful.
A good helping of roasted sunflower seeds, brimming with healthy omega-3 and 6 oils. And a portion of fruit salad, 2 parts of her 5 a day.
Hey, hiya, Kieran. How you doing?
Kieran, Ronnie's work colleague at the police station, reported to PI Duncan what he thinks is some healthy snacking on the job too.
When I got to work, she was eating the celery sticks. A couple of hours later, she shared out coconut chunks.
No crime as far as he's concerned.
To me, she seems to be doing all the right things.
In just 5 days, we caught Ronnie unconsciously munching her way through about 1,470 calories worth of healthy nibbles, which she thinks are good for her on top of her meals. But these nutritious snacks, which on their own seem completely innocuous, could add up to a weight gain of around 2 stone a year.
Sunflower seeds are one of Ronnie's favourite snacks, and whilst they're high in fibre, protein, vitamins, minerals, they're also very high in calories if you eat too many of them. And that's because around 3/4 of those calories are coming from fat. In fact, 100 grams of sunflower seeds is around 580 calories, and that's more than 100 grams of milk chocolate or 4 cans of cola. To give you an example of how much fat and oil is present in the sunflower seeds, I'm going to crush them to release their oil. Look at that. It's that oil and that fat that is the source of most of the calories in the seeds. So if you're thinking about a healthy snack such as nuts or seeds, weigh them out before you munch your way through them. For example, take a tablespoon, measure them out, put them into a little handy box like this, and that's around 100 calories, which is a much healthier snack than a bar of chocolate or a can of cola.
Can you hazard a guess at how many calories is in this plate of coconut? In this small plate, 407 calories. Because of course it's so oily. That's more than 1.5 Mars bars.
The fact that the coconut is worth a Mars bar and a half was quite shocking.
You know you're snacking, you know it's healthy, but nuts and seeds and coconut are calorific.
Yeah.
So doing that all of the time is just going to keep the weight on. Ronnie falls into the category I like to call nutritious but naughty. These eaters surround themselves with so-called healthy options, chowing down on wholesome fresh fruit, vegetables, seeds and nuts when they feel peckish. They're motivated by the belief that what they're eating is good for their body. But to put it simply, eating too much of a good thing can make you overweight. My advice to nutritious but naughty types is to create a grazing box each evening with a specific weight of healthy snacks to munch on the following day. Counting the calories going into the box each night means controlling what you're putting into your body in between meals.
Ronnie, with you there is a little bit of a running theme. You're really good when you're at home, but the minute you're released and you're out of that front door,
Right.
you're not quite such an angel.
Okay.
So let's just have a look at this.
Acting on a tip-off from their informant Kieran, our PIs Cameron and Duncan have tailed Ronnie to the cinema to record any mindless munching. Studies show that when we're watching a screen, we're 40% more likely to overeat, so a trip to the cinema can be a secret eating minefield as they sell supersized cartons of popcorn and containers of drink. Cinemas make much fatter profit margins from confectionery than movies, and with up to a 1,200% markup, popcorn is where you see the biggest portion distortion. So will Ronnie be able to resist a giant treat? Nope. She orders a gigantic carton of salty popcorn, which isn't even the largest size on offer, and to wash it down, she's gone for a Tango Ice Blast, so she's grabbed 738 calories without even realising it. The next day, Ronnie's eating out again. She's meeting a friend for lunch in the pub, and PI Cameron is hot on her heels.
I'm going to go in and see if I can check out what she's eating. They shared a starter, which was kind of ciabatta bread and hummus. She had 4 pieces of ciabatta bread. Then she had what I think was penne arrabbiata pasta, which came with another 2 pieces of ciabatta bread. So she had 5 pieces of ciabatta bread, all in all.
With all the extras, Ronnie notches up 840 calories for lunch. That's more than the largest meal of the week she ate at home with Stuart.
There is a slight theme going on, which is even though, I mean, you're saying to me, look, it's only now and then I'll go out for something to eat with my other half. I'll pop to the cinema with my friend. It's not that bad.
But in a week, that's a lot, absolutely.
So that would explain a little bit about why you're maybe heavier than you want to be. Is it fair to say that the food that we see here today is more or less representative of what you had for the week? You think so? Okay.
I think so.
I'm surprised by that because our dietitian did some number crunching looking at this, and she was saying that actually there is not enough food on these tables for you guys to maintain your weight or even to put on the weight. Wow. No. So there's just not enough food here. So we need to kind of ask a couple of questions, which is, were you aware of the cameras this week, and do you think maybe you weren't eating quite as much as you normally do?
For me, this week, I did have one of the days I wasn't very well.
Ah.
So I actually did eat less. But just on one of the days. The other days, I did what I would normally...
Was normal?
Do, yeah.
Well, in that case, I mean, you know, you guys are a challenge for us. Because actually what happened this week, you lost weight.
So there's still some digging to be done when it comes to the mystery of Ronnie's current weight, but in the meantime, she can start to tackle the secret eating that we've uncovered with the surveillance. In her food diary, Ronnie recorded consuming around 1,780 calories a day on average. Whilst under surveillance for 5 days, we recorded her eating and drinking an average of 1,839 calories per day. To help Ronnie lose weight, we're putting her on a 1,500 calorie a day diet plan. She'll be slashing her portion sizes and cutting out the extras when she goes out to eat. And knocking high-calorie temptations like fizzy drinks and cinema popcorn completely on the head. Ronnie will also be getting more advice on how to manage her polycystic ovary syndrome and its possible effect on her weight gain.
you think other people look at you and say, well, she's a big girl, she must be a right slob, and she's probably scoffing doner kebabs every night, which we know isn't happening.
Yeah.
But you are picking and you are taking in extra calories from whatever source, even though they're healthy sources.
Yeah.
If we could just reduce your intake, even by 100, 200 calories, that will impact your weight. So it can be done. It might be difficult for you, but it can be done.
Going forward from here, I'm going to be much more conscious of what I'm eating, much more conscious of the portion sizes as well. Just be more conscious of the fact that it's coming with a label healthy does not mean that it's actually good for my waistline.